Hey everybody. So Jon David had a pretty good day, but it was busy. So he got started this morning early with a visit from cardiothoracic surgery, and they came in and checked his wound back, which basically just come in and check his incision and change the bandages out. And they said it looks good. It's not healing super fast, which nobody expected it to, but it is not looking infected. It's not red. It's not puffy. So it is doing what they expect it to do up to this point. And so they'll check it again on Monday. Hopefully by then it'll have started healing a little more. But that was the beginning of the day. Then at rounds, he started milrinone, which is a drug to help out the right side of his heart, specifically his right ventricle. And then ophthalmology came by this evening and checked his eyes because he was having those eye issues, and they said it's starting to look better, so progressing there. On his ventilator, he was able to wean down by 2 today, and he is now 22/6. And if you're wondering, like, why are those numbers important, the lowest setting they go on to actually do his extubation readiness test, meaning him getting the tube out and getting off the vent, is 17/5, and he's 22/6. So he's not that far away from it. So he keeps chipping away 1 or 2 every day. We should be there in several days. He also had to have a little bit of volume today. His blood pressure got a little low, and he responds well to getting fluid put back, in his body. And so they gave him some fluid, and he responded to it really well and stabilized out. They did that 2 or 3 times. But those are the only times where he really kind of, got low and scary, because again, we don't like hypotensive, because hypotensive is low cardiac output and it's scary. Hypertensive is still a problem, but usually with some medication and calming them down, you can take care of the hypertension a lot easier than the hypotension. But he also is becoming more aware. So he really likes his mobile, and we're kind of using that as like a therapeutic tool to calm him down. But he is definitely becoming more aware of the things around him and being more awake. And so that is fun, but also it is a double-edged sword, because now we're going to start weaning down the sedation, and he's going to start getting cranky, which is going to put stress on his heart. And we're just going to have to trust that his heart is strong enough now to tolerate it. He also did not start feeds today. He had a lot of chest output yesterday, and they were concerned about that, so they sent it off for test. He has a chylus effusion, which is basically where the lymphatic system leaks down into the chest cavity. And so they are wanting to wait a little bit to make sure that kind of helps clear out before they get started, because once they start feeds, your fat is carried through your lymphatic system. And so if he's getting fat in his body, it'll leak out of that lymphatic system into the chest, and they don't want him to have fluid growing around his lungs and making it harder for him to breathe. And so they are delaying that for a minute, but should be starting here the next day or 2. Assuming that he does better. Like today, he had hardly any chest output. So if that continues for the next 24 to 48 hours, they will probably make the decision to go ahead and start him on feeds. Hunter had a great day at the beach. It's his last one there. And he FaceTimed us tonight and was walking on the ceiling like Spider-Man, which he is definitely my kid because he loves Marvel and loves comics. And he sings the old school Spider-Man song, the theme song, and was walking on the ceiling. So it was kind of fun seeing him having fun. And then Mallory and I went out on a date, which is probably our first one it's been a good while. But we went out to the can opener in Durham, and it was really fun. It's a food truck place / bar. It was kind of interesting. It was fun. And was able to go out there, and then they had an ice cream food truck there at the end. So it was kind of like having everything there at once. It was pretty fun. But if you would pray for these 3 things: 1, that he'll be able to start feeds and tolerate them when he does start. 2, that he'll be able to start weaning soon, which they should start now that he's being more awake, and that when he does start the weaning on the sedation drugs and the narcotics, that he's able to tolerate it, because he's going to start his withdrawals, and it's going to be ugly, quite honestly. And then also pray for all of the kiddos and families who are battling CHD, because again, this is not an easy road for anybody. But that's all I got for today. Hope y'all choose hope daily, and y'all have a good night. God bless.
and tell everybody bye-bye.